Welcome back to Jammin' Games. I am Steven. He is Wyatt. We're watching Tim on the left playing Yawgmoth. Chord is what I've called it. What do you think a better name for that deck is? What did he call it? Nothing. Left it blank.
Combo, I think. I'm trying to think about what people call it. I think it's Yawgmoth online. I'm not sure, actually.
I think the Chord is not a really big part of the deck. Aaron on the right playing Humans. Humans typically is not favored against any deck that has Yawgmoth in it. Yawgmoth just dunks on humans.
It has
so
pro-human,
badly.
yeah.
Yes,
Like...
it literally has pro-humans and kills them all. It is. I do not know what could be better. Our iPad is a little bit dark. I think we need to turn the visibility, the brightness up on that.
I just noticed that too. I noticed it in the last game.
That iPad is like 12 years old.
Yeah, you really could update it, but
nope,
you're just deciding
can't
not
afford
to.
Margins are slim in stores.
People just call it Yawgmoth, it looks like.
That makes sense. I mean, that's the only thing that does anything in the deck.
Every other card is kind of bad in the deck.
Every other card is a draft comment.
Yeah, like
I would happily take a, what's it called? Young Wolf in draft.
Yeah, it's like a 2-for-1 that blocks and like...
So here's Meddling Mage on Aaron. You get to name Yawgmoth, but he has 11 copies of Yawgmoth in the deck between Chord and
4
Evolution.
chords, 4 years.
I think it's 4 and 3. But it's still...
Yeah, it's still like a chunk.
Yeah, you get to name one of those things.
I mean, Chord is hard. You have to get to 7 mana. Or 3, 4, some number of permanents to make mana. The math on Chord is so weird. I don't actually know what the math on Chord is.
I can't tell you how many it is either. It's actually has 12 copies of Yawgmoth, so you get to name 4 of them.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
I mean, just draw 3 Meddling Mages.
Correct. I would name Yawgmoth first because that's the one he can cast without it costing him anything.
I think Yawg is the easiest to cast and there's no actual cost.
You don't have to give up a permanent.
Eldritch Evolution is the one I'd cast next.
What name next?
Well, that's a Grist.
Tim gets so much mileage out of Grist.
Grist makes a 1/1 mill 2, right? And
yeah.
if one's an insect, you mill 2 more. That Grist is technically an insect that he milled.
What a fool. Oh, he made 2 tokens. He made 2 tokens.
Oh, did he? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think you milled twice, though.
I think you mill 1.
Oh, did you mill the Grist and then mill again?
I actually don't know.
I don't know actually the wording Grist.
Have you read the entire card?
What?
You're too busy coughing into a microphone
I had a cough.
to read
I'm
that
sorry,
card?
everybody. Grist like plus is like mill something, make an insect, and her minus is sack something, destroy a thing.
Make a token, mill a card. If an insect card is milled, escape. Put a loyalty counter on.
Oh yeah, so he did do correct with Grist being an
Seems
insect.
like Tim has read that entire card front to back.
The ult's very strong.
Grist is just very strong. The minus just destroying your creature or planeswalker is excellent.
Yes. Did you know Atlantic Control did really well recently?
No, I didn't. That should not encourage you. That is not an endorsement of the deck. You should not play it. Make a real deck. You're too good to play shit decks.
I own a bunch of real decks.
I know.
I own Blue Eye Control and like...
Do you have anything online?
I don't know. I have my account paused.
Oh, I'd like to play Moto again at some point in my life.
Yeah, me too. I miss it. I want to play like a bunch of like the dumb mid-range decks that like just do nothing.
The 4-color piles. There was 2 of them in our store championship.
Yeah.
On this, they got paired against each other.
And they both dirtled.
So they both got a tie, and they just was a mess. But those decks are so mid-rangey and fair that if you're not playing them, I don't know how you beat them because like they are just ridiculous piles.
Yeah, I feel like you have to get really under them, or like you can't really
go over the top.
Yeah.
No, it's not possible. Big attack here. Look at these poor little Landsects.
I mean, this is Zulaport.
Yeah, Zulaport's good. That's why I like this deck. This deck against... It can grind out some decks by just drawing a million cards with Yawgmoth. And it can also just, like, block forever and then drain you out. I called this deck Yawgmoth Aristocrats.
Is that really?
Yeah, in this one I did. The rest of them I changed the name.
Oh, okay. In this game specifically?
When it gets uploaded, it'll probably be Yawgmoth Chord.
Gotcha.
But I think it's an Aristocrats deck.
I could see that. Yeah.
So
the chump block with the Drolf's Messenger.
Yeah, it makes Tim gain life, Aaron lose 3 life.
I mean, like, you can only do that one more time, right?
Unless you get Yawgmoth.
He's an Eldritch, yeah. Yeah, Eldritch is +2 or +1. I have to assume it's +2.
It's +2, yeah.
2 drop.
Yeah.
I think the game has ended now.
I believe the game has ended. So Tim has...
You can float it. You can draw a bunch of cards this turn.
Tim can draw 1 card without trying to start sacrificing what he's got going on.
No, because he can also get Giralf's without a counter and then sack it again.
Oh yeah, you're right. You can.
Yeah.
So that's enough counters because all you have to find is another
and you have
undying creature,
mana.
and you're at a higher life total, and you have. Yeah.
I mean, once you have the Zulaport, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So you can sack to put a counter there. Enters back. You lose 3. Draw a card. I mean, because you have the Drolfs, I think you can keep going for it because you can draw another 2 cards.
I don't know because the Drolf's a big part of the combo. I don't
You
know.
know, you sack the Zulaport, put the minus counter there, because the draw does the damage. You don't need to have something to do damage anymore. You don't need the Zulaport.
Oh, that's true. So you're just trying to find... Oh,
you can just fetch Red Dryad, too.
Oh, pretty clever tricks here. Because that gives you another 2 cards. And all he's looking for is a Young Wolf or just something else that has Undying.
Yeah. And there's 8 of them. Or 11 of them left in the deck, I guess.
Yeah.
Because there's also more draw.
So Tim is putting counters on the Meddling Mage. I don't know what that Meddling Mage is naming, but it's important enough
that he has to...
That Tim has to kill that before he can go off.
Interesting. I wonder, I'm very curious as to what it named.
As am I.
Maybe it's like Young Wolf and he happens to have a Young Wolf or something?
That's possible.
Yeah.
Here's an Endurance.
Oh, pitching...
Grist.
The Grist gets exiled. Okay, yeah, you got it.
So we need all those cards on the bottom for some reason. Oh, so we can you sack this in response to the trigger to draw. The Endurance being able to be sacked to Yawgmoth is like pretty great.
Oh, and then he just sacks anything.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Tim wraps that one up pretty handily.
Yeah.
Kind of behind on board. Kind of playing a weird deck.
Having a combo finish is always like huge.
I love it.
Sometimes you can just like kind of get it, win out of nowhere.
Yep. Aaron, so used to when I played humans, there was a lot of tension on your Unclaimed Territories because you had so many other creature types. But I think he's kind of pared it down to just humans at this point.
What was the other creature type? I like the board and stuff.
You had to have wizards for Deputy of Detention, which was the best choice for a little while. He's not running Skyclaves now, is he?
Really?
Aaron?
This one, it's that one. I'm not sure if he's on Skyclaves.
I'm going to see if I can silently move this piece of paper. Doesn't appear to be, no. He's got 3 Imperial Recruiters.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
I do too.
Is he running any silver bullets? Or just to get good cards?
1 planes, actually. It's the only one of. He's got 1 Grist, the Hunger Tide, 1 Deputy of Detention.
I guess, like, what's it called? Meddling Mage is just, like, good in some matchups. Thalia is good in some, like...
Most of the humans are silver bullet-y enough.
Yeah.
So...
Here's the old Young Wolf Essence Warden Ignoble start. Wow, he has a lot of mana.
Aaron Kitesail took nothing and then saw a handful of creatures that Tim promptly vomited on board.
Yeah. I'm guessing you Meddling Mage was one of the things that you saw in hand.
I would guess so, yes. Aaron has played the game, I think he knows. that's the one.
I wish I knew what was in his hand, but...
You don't. He has 2. He has 1 card, 2 cards in hand.
Zulaport. 2 cards, one of them can't be cast.
Zulaport is pretty good here.
Yeah. I mean, it takes a little bit of the pressure off.
Well, humans is one of those decks.
Well,
I mean, that was pretty good. Rip. Does Aaron have a good attack, though?
Champion can attack probably freely, and Kitesail can probably attack freely.
What about this? Is it Mantis Rider? Oh, no, it's Deputy of Detention.
Deputy Exile's all with the same name, right?
Uh-huh.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
Now you have a bunch of free attacks.
Yeah, you do.
It's a free attack with Meddling, yeah, too.
Yeah.
He only has 2 power.
He can give the Essence. He can give you 2 of his creatures to take it away.
No.
Essence Warden is a 1/1, so is Zulaport.
And Meddling Mage is a 3/3.
So the counters on a creature modify its power and toughness is something I had not realized this long playing Magic. I
was like, that's not 3 powers, Steven.
Mm-hmm. A lot of nuance to this game that we're watching, huh?
And here's Eldritch Evolution. Go get... I'm guessing it has to be Yawg. Yawg doesn't really clean up the board, but it does give good blocks against the champion. That's huge.
Yes, look at this guy. He's awesome.
I guess Deputy answers Yawgmoth.
It does. I think that's probably why...
It's over Skyclave. Well, Skyclave does it too.
Yeah, Skyclave answers it better. Aaron's been playing in our store for a long time.
Yeah.
And he's a competent player, so he's probably got some, He
can sack both of his creatures to kill the Deputy.
Yes, he can.
Yeah. And get back 2 Young Wolves. Oh, wait, then you can just draw your deck. But he doesn't have enough mana.
He lost his life gainer now. So he has no way of winning the game.
Yes.
He could draw 9 cards.
He could draw 9 cards.
Immediately die, yes.
He has 2 mana, though. I guess if you find a Zulaport in your top 4.
I believe he just runs the 1.
Oh, it's just 1 Zulaport.
Yeah, so I think...
Essence Warden is also already in the graveyard, so you can't do that.
Yeah, Tim had to make some hard choices that turn that kind of put him off some of his combo wins. Because, yeah, he no longer has...
I don't know how many of each he's running.
Let me take a look at this list. One Zulaport, 1 Essence Warden, yeah. So both
you do also get to, like... You get to hedge up the board a bit and like make it so you're not going to die.
Well, kind of.
To a small degree.
Unless this isn't also a man. Yeah, that's not a Mantis Rider, so you could just die to flying damage here.
So, I mean, swing for 8.
Yeah.
You have to do something now.
You can just die to that for free.
Oh, yeah, because you can't sack your creatures to make it smaller because you still lose the life.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that's what Tim chose.
To die to that?
Yeah. Sometimes it's the right line. There's a really cool guy driving a motorcycle by our house.
And or a fancy car.
Ooh, who knows? Mm-hmm. Some cool person got to be on this video.
And they'll probably never know. Aether Vial and Ignoble. Mm-hmm. Turn 1 Ignobles. Well, there you go.
I've seen that some... sorry, you go ahead.
Nope. Go.
Some Infect lists are running 6 Nobles. Between Nobles and Ignobles. I think that's actually pretty cool. I think it makes the deck stronger.
Yeah, I think the Phyrexian Overlord, Phyrexian
Crusader.
I think they're running like 4 Ignobles and 2 Nobles for it.
Yep.
Which like it seems good. Like,
it does seem good.
The Noble start was always your best start in Infect.
It's true. It also dodges Bolt and Prismatic Ending. The Crusader.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think you're talking about the Ignobles, and Nobles are like they kind of just die to
that easily, Steven. No, the other ones. First turns are... It's like Aaron is setting up.
But like the big turn 3.
Yeah. But I think Tim... Tim just has a Yawgmoth here.
This is a turn 3 Yawg?
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Well, let's hope that Tim or Aaron doesn't draw too many humans.
Put a counter on that. Untap.
Move a counter from here.
Trigger...
No.
Move that to 2.
Nothing.
Okay.
It looked like he did something, but...
Yeah, I was like, he's trying to do something here. You can chord. Nope, you can't chord. You don't have triple green.
No. I think Tim was trying to figure out, is it worth it to kill the champion that keeps getting bigger?
There's 2 of them, so your Yawgmoth isn't great at blocking them forever.
But you're at 17, and you're pretty close to just like...
He doesn't have triple green.
He doesn't have anything.
He can't be casting this.
Oh. Green.
And the other 2 were black.
Yeah.
So he can't cast. He shouldn't have been able to cast.
Right.
Say.
Okay.
Well.
Wyatt was wrong. You can cast it.
You know what? I'm sorry. Everybody. it requires black, green to cast.
Yes, it
Chord.
does. Yes, it does.
Here's an Eldritch. You know what? Cast with triple black. I'll say that. Is that a Bloodstained Mire at the bottom of that pile?
Which one?
Tim's land pile.
Snow-Covered Forest.
Okay.
The very bottom card. Luckily, we're filming in 4K, so we can pick things like that up.
It kind of looks like an Onslaught Bloodstained Mire.
So Tim here has the position of 2 dudes that have Undying, and he is at a higher life total. And so now he can pay 2 life to make Aaron lose 2 life until Aaron is out of 2 life.
Yeah.
Strength of this deck.
Yes.
Yes. Good deck. Strong deck.
We got here in a way that shouldn't have happened.
It's technically cheating, if you wanted to call it something, but I'm sure there's...
You tried to justify it, I think.
I'm trying to think if there's another way around it. I don't know if there was. Tim is thinking.
Yeah.
Aaron appears to have no effects. So, I mean, if Aaron brought in Path or something, it could be that Tim gets to...
He might have, like, something for the graveyard.
Oh, he might have something. He's got his hands on his head in a way that makes me think he's thinking.
You can, like, Surgical?
I don't think he has a Surgical. I would be incredibly surprised.
Does he have Surgical on the board?
He has a Dismember.
I guess that does kill.
So you can kind of pick your spot here. He's got 2 Young Wolves. You can't pick a spot.
Because your Phantasmal's on Yawg, so you can sack one of your creatures while other Young Wolf is in the graveyard to kill the Young Wolf. With both of them in the graveyard, you can dismember Yawgmoth.
I think you should have done this before you're at 5, probably.
Yes, because now you're just dead. But
yeah, I think that Yawgmoth is a human, so Yawgmoth has protection from other Yawgmoths.
Doesn't matter. You don't need to target the Yawgmoth.
It's just silly. It's just silly. He can't fight himself. Urza can get in a fist fight with himself, but Yawgmoth can't.
Well, Urza would get in a robot fight with himself.
No, he wouldn't.
You know, he makes constructs even.
Oh, you're right. I guess. So Aaron's going to make him sit here and do it.
Yeah, I guess we're just watching.
Tim's
Tim's courting.